Hi, my name is Kristen McKinney Baggett with Yoga Day, and this is Clementine, 4th grade, and Harper, 7th grade, and this is Rubius, our new puppy. We thought you might enjoy seeing him. He is named Rubius. You want to say why he's named Rubius?
From Harry Potter, Rubius Hagrid.
Rubius Hagrid, right. And so he's kind of jumping in around. We'll see if he comes back, but we thought you might like to check him out. He's a great pure pup, and he'll probably get about 100 pounds. So this today's class is going to be a Star Wars themed class. When we do these in schools, it's kind of a quiz. We're going to do a quiz, so feel free, if you're listening to this, to shout out the answer if you know. But before we get started with that, we're going to do our sun salutations. We'll only do 2 sun salutations this time, and Clementine and I will demonstrate the singing, and then Harper will demonstrate the breathing.
Can we do one super fast?
We'll do the second one super fast. All right, stand up. Come to the top of your mat, toes together, hands together. Big breath in. Let it out. Reach for the sky, stretch to the ground. Lift halfway, then lower down without a sound. Lift your chest up, drop your head down. Jump your feet to your hands. Stretch, smile, and turn around. Okay, super fast one. Big breath in. Let it out. Reach for the sky, stretch to the ground, lift halfway, then lower down without a sound. Lift your chest up, drop your head down, jump your feet to your hands. Stretch, smile, and turn around. All right, well done. You can go ahead and sit down. Okay, so the first character that we put to a yoga posture is, or actually a yoga exercise, is he's really, really big, and he dresses all in black, and he has a funny mask, and he breathes weird. Darth Vader. So for Darth Vader, we're going to do a Darth Vader breathing exercise. It's called pranayama breathing. The way that you do it is you stand up, and it's going to look and sound really weird. You're going to stand up. We're going to make that sound. So the way that you do it is when you breathe in, you sound like this. You constrict your throat. And when you breathe out, you sound like this. And it might feel a little bit weird in your throat, right? Very good. But we're going to go slowly. And then we're going to make the mask, Darth Vader's mask, with our hands. So interlace your fingers under your chin. Look straight ahead. Now when you inhale, when you breathe in, you're going to lift your elbows up. When you exhale, you're going to push your chin back and bring your elbows together. All right, let's try it. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. And relax. Roll your shoulders out. So that's Darth Vader breathing. When you first do it, it feels weird in your throat. Did it feel weird in your throat? Yeah, it feels weird in your throat, but it helps you to slow your breath down as well. All right, the second character that we're going to put to a yoga posture is the opposite of Darth Vader, but he's also related to Darth Vader. He dresses all in white, and he has a blue lightsaber. Yell it out. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is a warrior, so we're going to do Warrior 1. So bring your right foot forward and your left foot back, and you want a really deep lunge. You want like a square or an L with your leg, right? A 90-degree angle, and then your heel goes on the ground. Good. And then for Warrior 1, you stretch your arms up over your head like you're making a great big one with your arms. Now, while we're here in Warrior 1, we're also going to address the third character that we're going to bring up, and she is a girl Jedi, and And oh yeah, she's friends with Finn. That's right. That's what it was. Who is it? Rey. And Rey, for Rey, we're going to do Warrior 2 because she was trained by Luke Skywalker. So open your arms, Warrior 2. Wasn't she? And Leia? Kind of.
Oh, Leia?
Leia trained her too.
Yeah.
All right, stretch your arms. Ready? Warrior 1 again. Stretch up. Warrior 2, arms open. All right, ready? We're going to jump to switch. 1, 2, 3, jump to switch. Okay, nice. All right, Warrior 1, stretch your arms up. Big bend in the knee, and open up Warrior 2. And breathe in, stretch your arms up, Warrior 1. And breathe out, Warrior 2. And come back to the center. All right, this one's a little bit different. We first see him as a really old man living in the desert, but when he was young, he was the apprentice of Qui-Gon.
Obi-Wan Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. And when we first meet him in the very first movies, he's old and everyone calls him Crazy Ben Kenobi, right? And he doesn't brag about himself. We like people that don't brag about themselves. And that's going to be humble warrior. So for humble warrior, take your right foot forward, your left foot back, so you're still in that warrior stance. However, because we're humble, we're going to bow. So bring your arms out with your thumbs pointing down. Reach back behind you and make a fist. Did he just run off with a meat thermometer? Take a big breath, stretch up, and then breathe out. Now you bow down. And then lift your arms up, and it should feel good in your shoulders. And then slowly come up. Good. Now we're going to switch sides. You can jump or just switch. Get that big lunge. Stretch your arms. Bring them back behind you. Make your fist. Good. Breathe in. Stretch up. Breathe out. Now bow. We're humble. And slowly come up. Nice job. Come back to the center. Okay, the next one that we're going to do is, oh, I know. He was a stormtrooper, but then he realized how horrible stormtroopers were, and so he ran away and joined the resistance.
Finn.
Finn. So since Finn is conflicted, we are going to do eagle pose for that because we're all twisted up. All right, so middle of your mat. Bring your arms out. Bring your right arm under your left arm. So we're twisting our bodies, right? Make your eagle, bend your knees, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Now we're balancing on one leg, so you got to focus with your eyes, one spot that doesn't move. Breathe easily in and out through your nose. Lift your chest up. Take a big breath in. Breathe out, flap your wings. And now we'll go to the other side. Left arm under your right arm. Make your V. Bend your knees, left leg over your right leg. Squeeze your legs together. Take a big breath in. And it's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall if you have to. That's it, then you just get back in. Ready? Big breath in. Breathe out, flap your wings. And arms down by your side. Okay, this is the weapon of a Jedi. Lightsaber. We're gonna make our bodies look like a lightsaber. So, you're gonna bring your arms up over your head and you're gonna make your lightsaber top. Like a little steeple with your fingers. Okay, this is another balancing posture, so you're gonna look on the floor a couple of feet in front of you. Take your right leg, step it forward, and then bring your body down and lift your leg up. And then your arms and your legs are in one line, so you look like a giant lightsaber. And then come on back up. Big breath in, stretch up. Breathe out, left leg forward, body down, leg up. Make your lightsaber. Stretch your arms and your legs apart in opposite directions. And then slowly come back up again. Lightsaber pose, arms down by your side. Okay. Oh! He broke our thermometer. That's okay. Next character. He's big and he's hairy.
Chewbacca.
That's all you need to know. So for Chewbacca, we're going to do downward facing Wookiee. But we're going to get into it in a kind of fun way. So stretch your arms up over your head. Good. Now breathe out. Walk your hands down. Then walk your hands forward. So you're making your body look like a triangle. Stretch your hips up. And now you can lift one leg up and shake it out. And bring it down and lift the other leg up. And shake it out and bring it back down. Now bend your knees and just sit down on your knees because the next few postures we're going to do down. All right, so we have Chewbacca. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Who is an android character who is gold and speaks in
C-3PO.
C-3PO speaks in a British accent. So, and then C-3PO, he kind of walks like this, right? So we're gonna make our bodies really stiff. A pose in yoga that you have to have a super stiff body on is plank pose. Plank pose, your body's like a plank of wood. We're gonna do plank pose. Y'all don't know this. We're also gonna do side plank pose. Yeah, you didn't know we were gonna do it. All right, so walk your hands forward. So for plank pose, wrists underneath your shoulders and curl your toes under and lift your hips, but not like downward facing dog. They're not way up high like this. It's gotta be hard, right? And pull your belly in. Press the ground away with your hands. You're like a plank of wood. And now to make it C-3PO, we're gonna go into side plank. So take your right hand to the ground, roll onto your right foot, and stretch your left arm up toward the ceiling. If you wanna make it harder, you can see if you can float that leg up. Nice. And now we'll come back to plank. Now we have to do the other side. Left hand to the ground, Roll onto your left foot. Stretch your right arm up. If you want to make it harder, you can lift that right leg. If you want to make it easier, you can put your foot in front of you like this. Nice, Clem. And come back to the center. Push your hips back, bend your knees, sit down on your knees. Good. Okay, the next android character that we're going to do is orange and white. BB-8, right?
Yeah.
BB-8, and he rolls around. This is the funnest thing, in my opinion, that we're going to do, and I haven't practiced it with you guys yet. We're going to do rock and roll, but as we rock and roll, we're going to have to roll in a circle like BB-8. So you're going to start coming forward, sit down. You're going to make yourself a little ball. You're going to roll back and forth, but now you have to figure out how to make your body move in a circle, right? So you're going to go back and forth and back and forth, and you don't stop until you've gone all the way around into a circle. Don't hit each other. And then when you've done a circle, you can come back.
What about you just completely go in a circle?
Just completely go in a circle. If you want to roll over all the way, just be careful of your neck. I am not going to do that because I don't want to hurt my neck. Oh. If you want to sit on your bottom and spin around, because the floor will let you, I encourage that as well. That's really good. All right, the last android character that we're going to do is blue and silver, and he usually saves the day. R2D2. Love R2D2. So we have to make the sounds once we're in it. We're going to do a shoulder press, which we've done in our other videos as well for different postures, but it's a lot of fun. So you're going to come standing up. Open your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Bring your hands together. Thread them through your feet. Place them on the ground. You got to really pull your belly in. Keep your hips up. And then see if you can cross your toes in front. And if you do that, then you have to go and you might rock back and forth, and that's okay. And then fall down on your bottom. That calls for a lot of stomach strength. So does that rolling, the BB-8 one. That you have stomach strength to do that one as well. All right. The final posture that we're going to do is everyone's favorite. He's a really big deal right now. He's green and he's small and he jumps really high, and in The Mandalorian he floats. Yoda. All right, so for Yoda, since especially a Mandalorian, baby Yoda floats, we're gonna do crow pose. All right, so start in a squat. Now remember, crow pose, we've said it before in other videos, put a pillow in front of you if you would like, and that helps. You never want to look down, because if you look down, you're going to fall down. You always want to look a little bit forward. There are many, many ways to do crow pose, but I find the best one to do, especially if you're first starting, and especially if you're a kid, because usually you're really flexible, is pinning those knees into the shoulders like that. Good. And then remember, make your L. Your arms are an L, right? And then just rock forward. Keep that L with your arms, because that's your shelf, and see if you can float. And then you can come back and you can try it again. Nice, Harper. Forward. Good job, Clem. And float. And come back. And especially if you're at home and you're doing this, you might want to challenge yourself. Maybe you can count to 1 and come back. Maybe you can count to 2 and then come back. Maybe, try it. Maybe you can count to 3 or 5, or maybe you can work it into a somersault, which would be awesome. Did that hurt? Make sure you're somewhere kind of soft. You don't want to do this on the cement floor. Let's see, Clem. Nice. All right, come back to the center.
Is it possible to do crow into a handstand?
Crow, yes, it is possible to do crow in a handstand. I cannot do crow into a handstand. Yeah. No, we're not going to do that right now. All right, so before we go into our final rest, which we are going to do, I want to show you a couple of things. So we have a craft that you can do at home. Clementine, you're going to show them? So we found this online. It's called a constellation jar. And the way that you do it, we haven't tried it, we haven't played with it tonight, so I don't know how well this turns out. Any sort of jar, any jar that you can find, and a piece of aluminum foil. And then what we did was we used a corkscrew, and then the puppy took our meat thermometer.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Or a meat thermometer. You could even use a pencil, probably, anything with a pointy edge. We Googled, because Clementine's constellation is Pisces, so that's Pisces right there. Harper's constellation is Leo, draw the constellation, and then you just poke holes, right? And then we took a little one, the little corkscrew, and poked a lot of little holes. Now, inside this jar, then, is anything that lights up. So you can do those little tea lights, you can do an LED light. But the only thing we had at the house right now was a glow stick. So we haven't done it yet. Tonight, before we go to bed, we're gonna break the glow stick and see if we can see the constellation in there. Super easy project. You can probably do it at home with yourself. If you need help with your mom and dad as far as poking the holes or having a sharp object, ask your mom and dad for help. But then you can kind of have a constellation in the jar. And the good thing is, when you're tired or the glow stick is done, either you're done with this or the glow stick is done, your mom or your dad or your grandpa or your grandma can have their jar back, and you just pull it out and throw away the aluminum foil. Super easy. Another fun activity that you can do at home that goes along with Star Wars that I've done in schools before, which is super fun. What happens to Han Solo when he gets captured by Jabba the Hutt?
He gets frozen in
carbonite. He gets frozen in carbonite. So what you can do, and he looks like this. What does he look like, guys? All right, he looks like that. So any sort of blanket, old blanket, or yes, you can do it first. Old blanket or a sheet. Make sure that you check and make sure that it's okay that you use it. You're gonna lie it on the ground. It works really well. I think he chewed that. It works really well on grass, but it also works well on like a slick floor, a tile floor, or a wood floor. Now, if you're doing this with an older person, a mom or a dad or an aunt or uncle, a grandpa or grandma, they're gonna obviously pull you. If you have a group of brothers and sisters to do this with, it's fun as well. It doesn't have to be perfect, just lie down. But you do have to make them have the Han Solo look. Okay, he's frozen in carbonite. Ready? Hold on. Go. All right, Clementine, your turn. You're heavier than I remember. Clementine is going to go much faster. All right, make your Han Solo. Come over here. All right, ready? Go. Something fun to do at home. All right, lie down on your backs. Lie down on your backs. And you two at home, lie down on your back. You don't have to have a yoga mat to do it. Close your eyes. Put your hands on your belly. And breathe in so deeply you feel your belly get big. And then breathe out and feel your belly get small. Good. Big breath, feel your belly get big. And breathe out, let your belly get small. One more big breath in, feel your belly get big. Let it out, belly small. Relax all the muscles in your body. Deep, full breathing in and out through your nose. Close your eyes. And now stretch your arms up over your head like you're waking up first thing in the morning. Give yourself a great big stretch. Roll up to crisscross applesauce. And we'll finish it off with one last breathing exercise that you can do at home. So breathing exercises are great. They can help calm you down anytime you need it. Sometimes, especially nowadays, we don't even realize that we're stressed out. We just, if you feel a tightness in your chest, or if your mind is a little bit going crazy, if you're thinking about lots of different things, it's a perfect time for a breathing exercise. This is one of my favorites. It's called balloon breath. You sit up nice and tall, and you bring your fingers together like this. You're gonna take a big breath in, and first we're gonna blow up a small balloon. Breath in, breathe out, and make yourself a small balloon. You can breathe out through your mouth. And now breathe in, this time a medium-sized balloon. Good. Now a big balloon, breathe in. Breathe out, big balloon. Now the biggest balloon we've ever blown up, breathe in. Breathe out, super big balloon. And then throw it up in the sky. And hands together. I hope you had a great day. Practice some of these exercises and the breathing exercises. And together we say, Namaste.